going on. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going on. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it starve. I know you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going on. Can you let me down?
everybody, and welcome to the Taylor Industries pregame show. I'm your host, Cornell College. I am going to be solo casting today, so I apologize for that. Our fellow co-caster here, Cody Polly, will be probably competing today. He is on the bench. And so I know you're all wondering, why do we have Overwatch back-to-back? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is called a finals day, meaning that UCM is in a tournament here where it could go almost all day. They have a couple of rounds they could face, but they're basically in a tournament-like function, though. Single elims, so basically if we lose, we're out and we're done for the day. So this could be really short. This could be really long. Nobody really knows. So, UCM today will be taking on Cornell College. We have faced them in the past, and that was one heck of a humdinger of a round. UCM was not able to kind of get it together on that one, but we do have to keep in mind that Cote was in the lineup, and it wasn't the main roster. Jonah was not there for that, so we do have main roster starting today against Cornell, so maybe something different will happen, but not to take away from Cody. Cody is a great tank, and so he might be subbed in every so often if needed. That is why he is not here today. So UCM will be, though, starting with their main roster, like I said here, and I'll bring you up your Culver's lineup for today. It will be Deity and Jonah on the tank lineup. We will have Rickless Morty and Trey possibly starting. Trey might be Bite Me instead, so don't stay on that one. Rickless Morty for sure, though. And then DD Gaming, TY, and the Red Polka will be on your support lineup. We did see yesterday, though, that the team struggled with some synergy or communications or things like that. But, hopefully today they just kind of rubbed that off their shoulder. They took it with a grain of salt, but also learned from their mistakes from last night, and they'll be coming in stronger than ever. So, without further ado, that is what we'll be getting in today, folks. This is the finals day for the GVU Cup, basically, and so UCM will be facing against Cornell College, as I said prior, and so we are going to have one heck of a day today. So, without further ado, we'll take it to our next sponsor and take it to a little break, and then we'll be right into the action.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious. Thank you for joining us today. Before today's match, we'll be going over the rules of Overwatch. Overwatch is a 6v6 team-based game, where each map has specific objectives to complete. At the beginning of the match, and at any time during the game, the players can move into a spawn room that allows them to choose what character they want to play. They can also do this while waiting to respawn. There are 3 types of heroes that can be played. Tanks specialize in protecting allies, disrupting enemies, and occupying the front line. They have high survivability and abilities that protect themselves and others with shields and crowd control. Damage heroes are responsible for seeking out, engaging, and defeating the enemy using their varied tools, abilities, and playstyles. Lastly, support are heroes that heal, buff, and provide utility. Support heroes boost the overall performance of their team by increasing their survivability, speed, and damage output. They're generally the worst duelists and are best when surrounded by teammates. Throughout the match, players have a select set of abilities that can be used. All heroes have at least 2, although some have more. Each character also has an ultimate ability that must be charged by dealing damage or healing. Each match takes place on one of 4 types of maps: Assault, Payload, Control, or Hybrid. Payload maps have an objective that players must push to the end of a set track, with the other team defending. Whichever team can push their payload further wins. Assault maps have 2 objectives that one team must try to capture while the other team defends. Hybrid maps are a combination of the last 2 mentions, with one team capturing a point and then pushing it along a track. In control maps, players must fight over one point located in the middle of the map and hold it to fill their percentage. Finally, whichever team has won the most rounds by the end of the match will win the game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with UCM and Cornell getting ready to do some stuff. Never mind, we're going back and restarting the lobby real quick. Looks like something wasn't in the area. Not sure why it didn't start. Oh, it wasn't starting. It acted like it was a scrim. Sometimes that happens with a spaghetti game code with Blizzard. No, anyway, so UCM and Cornell here will be going up again. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Busan. From those of you who are watching the intro video, you do know this is kind of like a King of the Hill type of map or whatnot. So basically, UCM and Cornell will be fighting over this point here in the center, trying to see who can get it first. And so this is just going to be a real tight game again for UCM, but we do have to keep in mind that even though UCM lost last time against Cornell, this is a totally different game. This is something totally different. And so UCM will have a bit more of an advantage with Jonah being in the starting lineup and DD Gaming back onto the healing. So there might be some better communication. There might be some better healing output or just synergy overall for UCM. We do see Bite Me onto that Doomfist pick here. We do see Daniel hopping onto his signature Genji from the last time we watched this. And so UCM and Cornell will be getting ready to fight here on Busan, coming on to Mecha Base here. So UCM and Cornell will be meeting up here in the top lanes, charging head-to-head. Jonah throwing out a Fire Strike. Daniel helping on with the flank here. Bite Me looking to see if he can get a bit of a poke onto Cornell here. UCM continuing to try to hold the whole high ground here. Jonah taking a little bit of health down. UCM being pushed back on a bit of the back pedal here. But we do see Bite Me getting rid of Mandro, and UCM continuing to try and just do some havoc. Daniel a little bit low on that HP. Bite Me falling back to get some heals himself. Jonah taking out his counterpart in UCM and going to keep going. Smexy getting out of there. Daniel trying to see if he can get some more chip damage probably. Gets stunned, and Deity is finishing off Smex there. And UCM looks like they'll be able to unlock the point first, and looks like we will be holding on to the top area here. UCM, again, just doing work, and so this is starting out pretty good for UCM, but this is only the beginning first fight. This can definitely change as we move forward. Cornell in the stairwell here, waiting for an opportunity to move forward. Shy showing out some stuff here. And going forward, we do see a Doofus coming out as well on the side of Daniel wanting to compete with Jonah, though, with a Fire Strike taking out Mandro and Captain. No support lineup for the side of Cornell College, but it doesn't look like they care about that aspect of it. Daniel still on the Doomfist, looking to see if he can get a secure kill on somebody. Charging up a punch, trying to get rid of Jonah. Jonah survives through it, and the Red Polka takes care of Daniel. Rickless Morty taking care of Shy as well. Fleur taking out DD Gaming, though. Jonah's coming up and getting ready onto the stairwell, throwing out a fire charge for good measure, looking to see if there's anybody hiding around the corner. Nobody's out there. Bite Me does take care of Fleur, so UCM is able to stabilize in this fight. That is so good for UCM. It looks like we're getting a little bit of synergy back, but then again, only game one, folks. So UCM is having the advantage of holding onto the stairwell here. We'll see if Cornell College will continue to just kind of march up the area here. Looks like they're going to be going on a little bit of a flank route here, seeing if they can sneak around UCM. They do. They get a bit on there. Graviton Surge coming out on the side of Deity. Fleur throws one out too. Shatter coming out by Jonah, and UCM continues to just wreck through. And that is what we talk about, synergizing a little bit. Fleur and Deity throwing out Graviton Surge, but Jonah able to get his Shatter up and ready and lay people flat so that they can't do much damage or deflecting anything. And you see him able to capitalize on all that. Mandro not having his amplification mark, he does put that up, but he does switch to the Moira. Fleur switching to the Roadhog here. So we're looking here for the Roadhog to be getting pick potential as well coming out of Cornell. He does. He gets the red polka, and he secures it. That is a lot of sustain gone for UCM. Good pick on Fleur there. UCM continuing to lose players here and there. Bite Me, though, taking care of his counterpart, and Daniel. He's trying to get away, but I don't think he's getting away. But a meteor strikes out of there. Jonas charging out, coughing off there, but does get shot in the face by Fleur. UCM is just going to start trickling, trying to hold on to the point, but we do see Cornell College capitalizing and taking the point from UCM. UCM was able to get a lot of percent up there, and so if they can win the next team fight, this will be UCM's first part of getting a map win. So UCM will be holding off onto the top area here, it looks like. And so, nope, looks like we might be going to the lower area. Bite Me, at least, with Rickless Morty, looking to see if they can get a little bit more damage up on some areas. Nope, we're just trying to regroup, think it out. Jonah coming up top with the rest of the team here. Rickless Morty's raining down. Death Blossom by Rickless Morty, but he's hooked and taken out. And Daniel goes out. Smex going out with a... And Shatter coming out as well. UCM just decimated by that coordinated attack from Cornell College, and UCM is on the back pedal once more. So we do see that the Roadhog pick on the side of Cornell is assisting here. He's able to find people out of position and punish that and whatnot. He almost gets the Red Polka again, and UCM, it does have Shatter up, will probably have Graviton Surge up and ready to go here. Red Polka will have Amplification Matrix for this fight. So UCM, oh, no hook there on the side of Fleur. So UCM gonna have to keep going in there. Coalesce is coming out on the side of Mad, and UCM gonna have to be a little bit of just waiting for it. Hammer coming out on the side of Jonah, but it is blocked. We do see Amplification Matrix come out. Mandro taking out Jonah with a bit of a skill, or Bite Me, trying to see if he can get any shields up, but it is taken out by the Hog. Red Polka taking out Shy, though. So UCM is able to get a few kills with their own specs, taking out the Red Polka. Rickless Morty trying to do some work, but he's just too low on health. We do see a whole Hog ready on the side of Fleur. He gets Deity. Deity a little bit low, throws out a Graviton Surge. Fleur doing stuff. Beat coming out on the side of Cornell. So UCM whole Hog coming out as well. DD Gaming throwing out his beat as well. Fleur low on health. Looks like he's not going to really make it. No, he's going to get healed up. Never mind. Jonah doing some stuff. DD Gaming taken up by Daniel, though. Rickless Morty doing work as well, trying to get out there, but never mind. Daniel saying, nah, I'm going to seismic slam your face into the ground. UCM meteor strike coming out on the side of Daniel. Not much else happening there. Jonah low on health, and UCM again not able to really secure any of the points here. Overtime will tick down, and that will be this first part of potentially 3 going towards Cornell. So UCM showed a strong beginning there, but weren't able, it appeared, to secure some kills. They were doing well in the Brawl v Brawl matchup, so that's where UCM's bread and butter is. And so what happened then is that Fleur hopping onto the Roadhog here has caused a little bit of issues, because Fleur is apparently able to decipher what's going on and who are the ones getting out of position, and he's punishing that. And so UCM needs to be more secure, needs to be able to keep an eye on each other, and keep an eye out for Fleur as well. And so UCM, though, will stick with the Baptiste and the Lucio on the healing lineup. Bite Me will switch off to the Echo, Rickless Morty onto the Hanzo, Deity going back to the Zarya, Jonah on the Reinhardt here. And so UCM will have a bit of fun here. Daniel sticking on that Doomfist. We do see the Moira staying and Capitan staying on the Lucio. So UCM's going to have a little bit of fun here. Smex is on the Soldier instead, so we're looking for burst potential as well. Daniel getting low on health. Smex has to take out Bite Me, so UCM is down a DPS player. UCM might be, starting to back off and try and get out of there. UCM falling back to where the big rocks are. Fleur trying to march forward and see if he can get anybody. Bite Me switching off onto the Genji, and it looks like a hook is blocked by the side of Jonah. UCM doing well and trying to stay together. Point is unlocked, and it looks like Cornell will be able to get the cap first. So UCM's going to have to get in there fairly quickly here, or at least get some picks on Cornell. So UCM holding onto the column here, seeing if they can do much work, and UCM is going to just have a bit of an issue. Rickless Morty looking to see if he can get anything. Deity is hooked by the side of Fleur. Coalescence coming out on the side of Mad, and UCM, Shy does get a hold of Rickless Morty. UCM makes their way towards the point here, see if they can do anything. Shy pins DD Gaming, takes him out. Hammer coming out on the side of Shy, and Deity does fall, but Bite Me does take care of Smex, but then not really much else going to be going there. Jonah does get trickled in that fight, and Bite Me is just hanging out in the background here, seeing if he can do anything, maybe wait out and wait for things. Looks like he's just going to try and get back to his team before Daniel or anybody else on the side of Cornell can trickle him. So UCM is, again, in a bit of a pickle here. It's just that one pick that the Roadhog is providing from Fleur that is causing issues. And so UCM just has to kind of play around that and maybe figure out how to deal with this hog if this hog is going to be a continued problem throughout the rest of these maps. So UCM holding up here by the big rock and seeing if they can just trickle down somebody and see if they can find Cornell out of position. They do see somebody coming out. Deity gets hooked by Fleur once more. Graviton Surge coming out on the side. Beat Me coming out as well. We do see Grav and Dragons coming out. Jonah taking care of Shy, but the Red Polka and Deity do fall in the meantime. But Bite Me taking care of the Smacks. Fleur taking care of Rickless Morty. UCM continuing to try and do some work. Beat coming out on the side of DD Gaming. UCM doing their best to try and contest the point here. Jonah working. Hammer down coming out. Oh, he gets rid of the Coalescence. And that's going to be a lot to say. Taken away. DD Gaming going in there, booping that out. UCM continuing to try and do some work, but Daniel, it doesn't look like UCM's going to be able to turn around this fight. Shy doing some work, and then Jonah's just going to have to get out of there. And UCM is going to continue. We do see, we do see Visor coming out on the side of Cornell, just wanting to really secure this point, make sure nothing else happens. They're zoning out everything else. Daniel going to the back line, trying to take care of Red Polka. It does take care of Rickless Morty. Meteor Strike coming out on the side of Daniel and continues to take out the Red Polka. And UCM will not be able to hold on and contest this point, and that will be it. Map 1 will go towards Cornell, and so UCM is going to be a bit on the back pedal today. And so I'm not going to say that we are having issues from yesterday, because we do see a bit better synergy coming out. But we have to make sure, then hope and pray that UCM themselves, big shatter coming out of there from Jonah, as you see there, able to do lots of work, proving why he was a player of the match yesterday for Culver's. And UCM was able to secure that team fight, and that was just the synergy that we saw from that roundup that just really helped out UCM in those situations. And so this is definitely not over. We do see that Cornell has some kind of strategy when it comes to holding on to that the hog pick, so that might be something that continues on into the next map. And so we'll have to see and how all that will handle on the side of Cornell. But in the meantime, we'll take you to a word from our sponsor, and we'll be back to the next map, and hopefully UCM can begin a comeback.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent, Now share it, embrace it, go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself, celebrate it. Discover UCM, discover opportunity in action.
Are you ready for the end today?
Yes.
Let's get right to it. Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
I think I'd rather have a third eye.
What would your superpower be?
Probably telekinesis.
If you could cyber enhance one body part, what would it be?
Probably would be my arms.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
Cereal. Probably, what you put in it, like crackers and stuff.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
I would probably do a food spell.
Do you have a secret hidden talent of sorts?
No, I just got diabetes.
What was cool as a kid, but not cool now?
Probably sleep.
Who would narrate your life?
Morgan Freeman.
Describe your perfect day.
Good day. Relaxation and video games.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are on King's Row, and ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. More than likely a draw. We only have won King's Row twice, and so UCM has a better draw record than they do a win record, so maybe that's part of the strat here. I don't know, but we do know it's a better brawly map for sure, and so UCM does tend to do better when it comes to a brawl lifestyle, and so UCM will have to do their best in continuing on in that style of Reckless Morty. We do see it's here. Trey is subbed in on the side of Bite Me, so we will see a Reaper coming out in that instance. Red Polka sticking on the Baptiste and DD Gaming sticking with the Lucio here. And so we do see a similar kind of brawly comp tank-wise coming out from Cornell here. And we do see Captain and Mad going on the support lineup. And then Daniel and Smex going a bit more of a dive route here. So we don't know if that's going to stick or not. So UCM might have a bit of an issue in the back line in that instance where we might see Reckless Morty have to swap off possibly, or Trey into a hero that could probably deal with more of the dive heroes, probably a McCree or something like that. But anyways, UCM and Cornell starting off on the next map. We are locking in those heroes, so we will see a bit of a hybrid-esque type comp here of brawl and dive when it comes to UCM v Cornell here. Daniel going into the side here, trying to see if he can get anybody. UCM staying around here. Smex going to the back line, but Trey pops him off with a shotgun, and UCM is in a man advantage here. And so Daniel just holding off onto the sideline here, trying to even get rid of DD Gaming, is able to get rid of DD Gaming. So UCM has no speed boost, has no way of going in there, while Cornell says, let's go do that. Reckless Morty putting up a wall to try and deter that Shy, but Reckless Morty does get taken out, and UCM being put onto the back pedal here. And so that's not going to really work out. The Red Polka taken down by Daniel. Daniel low on HP, and it deflects out the fire strike from Jonah. Jonah also low on HP, trying to see if he can survive. Charges out, trying to get back to his team. Hammer coming out on the side of Shy, really wanting to secure this. And this is where the snowball effect happens, everybody. Shy and UC and the rest of Cornell going up towards the second spawn here. UCM going to have to fall back here. Reckless Morty throwing up a wall to stop some of the progression here, but it looks like that's not going to really deter Cornell in the slightest. Fleur and everybody else. Red Polka taken out again here. And they're basically pushing them all the way back to their spawn. Reckless Morty putting up a wall to breathe for UCM here. So UCM has a lot to cover here. So DD Gaming and UCM will have to really work hard to stop the snowball effect. We do have amplification makers coming up on the side of the Red Polka, but Matt already has that. Blade will be coming up soon here for Daniel. UCM not looking too good with the ultimate advantage here. Looked kind of okay with this first start here, but no matter on that. So Daniel and looks like Captain are on the payload, trying to push it as far as they can. That looks like Daniel's going to continue all on. We just see amplification makers coming out on the side of the Red Polka. UCM going to take a lot of damage. Captain just in the background doing lots of damage to Reckless Morty. Trey going up top here. Looks like he's going to see if he can get some damage out on some people. UCM able to kind of stall out the payload here. Trey taking out his counterpart and Smacks. Grab's coming out. Amp's coming out. Freaking everything coming out. No immortality field on the side of UCM, but no matter, UCM goes forward and takes care of business here, and UCM will stabilize on this section and will begin getting set up on the clock shop here Oh, that's so good. We do have Jonah here with his shatter up and ready. Rickless Morty with the Blizzard. So that was some great coordination there. Sad that the Red Polka couldn't get the Immortality field onto his team into the grab, but, you know, that's okay. It worked out in the end. And so UCM will be able to try and contest. Looks like we're going to play a little bit more passive here and just pull back and just wait for them to come to us. We're waiting to see. We do see Trey looking to see if he can get any kind of damage off onto the side here. Smeck's coming along, trying to do some work himself. Hammer coming out, blocked by Jonah. UCM doing some work. Blizzard coming out on the side of Rickless Morty. Does get Fleur into it, who is in Immortality field. We're not really working on that, but it doesn't matter. Trey does get the last shot on him. Daniel on low HP. Rickless Morty takes a couple to the face, and we do see, sadly, Rickless Morty dying to that, but Schmex doesn't get out of there. Blade coming out on the side of Daniel. Daniel really wanting to secure this point and make sure that UCM can't really get much else. Trey doing a bit of work with his Death Blossom. Gonna have to fall back, though. UCM just in a bit of a trickle phase here. Not really much else he can do against Shy Panda, but Shy going to throw a Fire Strike, hits the side of it. Daniel swapping off onto the Doomfist. Almost had a fire in the skies there. That could have been detrimental. So UCM trying to hold the side here, and that's just going to be a lot of work for Cornell to try and take care of. UCM getting in there. Walled off is Shy. Shy in a bit of a... barrier is destroyed and going for Jonah. Getting in there. Hammer out on the side of Jonah, but gets nobody. UCM is able to secure and continue to hold on to stuff. Daniel looking around probably for a good secured kill here, it looks like. And so UCM able to continue to hold on to everything. Trey hopping into the background here, waiting to see if he can drop down on some unsuspecting Cornell player. Smacks up in the top of the pub, waiting to see if he can do a similar thing. Application Major coming on the side of the Red Polka. UCM, Jonah, and Trey going in and trying to take care of the tank lineup and the captain. And UCM going to have a little bit of fun here. It does look like Shy is trying to see if he can do any work, but Shy taken down quickly. UCM turning around, taking care of business there. Flirt down and out. Daniel hopping and seeing if he can take care of stuff. And we do see Schmex flexing around. He's just going to be a sneaky sneak. Maybe that was used as a distraction because Schmex does have his Death Blossom, but it doesn't matter. Trey does see his counterpart. Trey does fall. Hopefully communicating to that to the rest of the team. Schmex trying to fall out and get out of there. UCM does get Schmex kind of displaced, and Schmex does fall to the side of Deity. So great communication, great comms on the side of UCM to call that out. And again, another good secure team fight here. But again, we do see Cornell not worried about the one-person disadvantage. Hammer coming out on the side of Shy. Beat coming out on the side of Cornell. And UCM is going to have to go onto the back pedal here. We do see Shy is just so far back here. He does taken out, though. UCM does have their tanks. Grab coming out on the side of Deity. Does get all of Cornell in there. Does look like they might be able to get some people, but we do see that happening. Oh, tanks are down. Death Blast coming out on the side of Trey. And UCM wins this next team fight. Daniel, Meteor striking out because he didn't want to die in that instance. UCM, again, looked like a bad, team fight there, but they were able to come out of it and secure the payload. So UCM has, roughly 70 seconds here to just hold on to the point and make sure Cornell cannot push it any farther. And so UCM, again, this is a tall order for him. There's at least 2 team fights left if Cornell plays their cards right here. So UCM holding on to the corner here. Shy coming around trying to get a hold. We do see Rickless Morty throwing out the Blizzard. So UCM is going to have some opportunities here, but Amplification Matrix, Mad's down, Shy's down. UCM continuing the carnage. And that will be Jonah and Deity going forth and doing work. And UCM, again, will secure the team fight. 1 team fight left, more than likely, for Cornell in this session of the map. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is looking good. There's some communication. It looks like you can visually tell that simply by the fact that Schmex tried to go on a sneaky flank. And, Trey saw what was happening and was able to go and confirm that. And with the communication, they were able to go and secure and make sure the Schmex could not get off of Death Blossom. Schmex still holding on to that same Death Blossom. Trey in the background, waiting to see if he needs to hop in. We do see Maywall coming up, and they're trying to get Shy down. Daniel going in, trying to see if he can take care of stuff. Death Blossom coming out on the side of Schmeck. Does get rid of 2 on the side of UCM. Shatter out, but nothing gets done by Jonah. UCM is getting pushed back. Daniel trying to take care of Jonah and distract and whatnot. Deity trying to get on the point here, but doesn't work out. UCM basically taken off of the point, and that was a good push there on the side of Cornell. Schmex getting into the background, getting ready. So that was just a matter of that we didn't have the Qs or the sustains there ready for UCM to just continue to hold that point here. UCM, again, basically has 70 seconds to prevent Cornell from getting to this next section of the map here. And so it's going to come down to some great coordination, some great team play on the side of UCM. Everybody has to play the cards right. Amplification Matrix coming on the side of the Red Polka. Ice Wall out on the side of Rickless Morty, he's looking for Shy. We do see Anthony. Oh, hammered down. Rickless Morty is down and on the ground, but ice blocks and saves himself. Trey taking out Shy. Oh, Daniel going on a rampage in the background here. Meteor strikes. Looks like he's looking for somebody juicing around the side of UCM. He does. There's a grab. He's going to get in there. Gets rid of Deity. Rickless Morty falls to the side of Fleur, and then Jonah falls as well. And so UCM in a bit of an issuematic price here. And again, Daniel, once more, he was kind of the carry last time for Cornell College, and he's just proving it again that he is the one who's going to secure kills and secure just the cooperation. But we do see a Graviton Surge coming out on the side of Deity. Death Blossom coming out on the side of Trey is able to do some stuff. Blizzard coming out on the side of Rickless Morty. Lots of Qs coming out, and we see Amplification Matrix Schmex throwing out his own. Is able to get rid of Deity. UCM going to have to continue to push some stuff out. Oh, Rickless Morty trying to get some kills out. Schmex on low health, but it looks like he's going to be able to just sustain through that. Oh, we do see Rickless Morty falling. Jonah trying his best to just make sure that nobody else gets on there. Daniel clearing off the point. We do see Jonah stunned out, and this is not looking good. UCM not able to get out there and kind of sustain it. Trey taken out by the side of Schmex. UCM is trying to contest as much as they can Deity on that Diva, but he's going to get demacked and just pushed off of the point here. 0.54. We do see DD Gaming and Rickless Morty on the point there trying to stall it as much as they can. UCM trying their best, but we do see Fleur taking care of Rickless Morty. UCM again trying to... Oh, we do see Schmex getting booped off, though, on the side of Jonah. Jonah continuing to just kind of spin right around, baby. Does have mines. Can he get it out? No, he can't. Daniel makes sure that can't happen. And UCM will be able to make Cornell get it to third point in overtime. Folks, they did cap it all three, but that's not the end of the rodeo. We have seen this before where UCM has been able to do the same thing and push it but have time on the clock. And so basically what will happen here, if UCM can push it all 3 points and get it all the way here, there's an opportunity for a draw or a win. So especially since the fact that Cornell has no time on the clock, if UCM can go and get a good chunk of time on the clock, I do believe, they keep changing the rules on me, ladies and gentlemen. And so UCM might be the only one with the time clock, but they might give Cornell at least 60 seconds to do something. So as long as UCM has time on the clock, there will be things that can be done. So we can't let UCM get into an overtime situation because then both teams will get 60 seconds. And if that happens, it might fall to where whoever has the better kind of quick pick potential, which we've seen so far today, it's been Cornell. And so UCM is going to be in a bit of a pickle. The Red Polka is switching off onto the Moira here. And so UCM will have a bit of stuff to do. Trey onto the Reaper here, as we can see. And so it's just going to be a fun time on Kings Row. We'll see how well it all goes. Off for UCM, we do see the classic Daniel onto his Genji. Fleur is pulling out the Hog. So we do see that Cornell kind of saw a bit of mistakes with their picks there, apparently. They're not wanting to go with the Brawley comp. And so UCM will have to be wary of the Hog there getting ready to pick him. We do see a blocked hook on the side of UCM. UCM continuing to push forward and through, getting on to Shy Panda. Rickless Morty trying to do some work there, but we do see the Immortality field coming out for Shy. Shy still getting low, but is getting healed up. Rickless Morty going in, but is low on health. Does freeze out Fleur. Fleur taken out by Trey. UCM does have the man advantage. Daniel just harassing the back line. And so UCM, again, having to deal with stuff. Trey just popping off here and continuing to do work on the side of UCM. And we do see Cornell having to back off. Deity taken out. Captain there, and we do see the rest of Cornell just fleeing back there. Daniel trying to take care of the backline, but not really going to work out against Moira, I do say. So UCM caps the point upon first team fight. So that's good for UCM. UCM has 5 minutes and 48 seconds to get to the next point. We do see Daniel switching off to the Pharah. We have seen him do this in the past before, and it's not a terrible Pharah. So UCM, Rickless Morty or Trey might have to swap off of their hero to deal with the rain pain of above. And so Shy is in a bit of a situation here. We do see Immortality field coming out on the side. And we do see a shatter, so there's no safety there for them. And so UCM pushes forward and snowballs this out. Daniel, again, just trying to harass from the skies. And UCM is able to get stuff done. Daniel just falling back, not really wanting to deal with all the UCM's got to do. And Jonah looking to see if he can find Daniel. I don't think he's going to find him up here, but UCM is in a good pushing position here. And this is where Cornell got stuck. The question is, will UCM get stuck here, or will they be able to continue? We do see a pharmacy on the field here, ladies and gentlemen. So Captain will be on there. Daniel does take care of the Red Polka, so a lot of sustain on the side of UCM. So Daniel coming out, and with his Mercy Pocket there, is going to continue to rain fire from above. UCM really doesn't have much else to really contest with this besides Rickless Morty. Rickless Morty, though, will fall to all this, and UCM will be put onto the back pedal here. And so Trey looking to see if he can just kind of transition out of there. And so UCM will have an issue with all of that. We do see, though, that UCM has lots of ultimates up and ready. And so Daniel hanging out on the top side here, waiting to see if he can get a hold of anybody. He is up in the little area here getting that mercy pocket. And so basically with this pharmacy, folks, the Pharah has a very low possibility of dying. We do see Graviton Surge coming out on the side of Deity, Blizzard coming out on the side of that. Death Blossoms coming out on both sides. UCM, though, able to get more stuff out of it. Daniel, though, raining death from above with his mercy pocket, and Captain doing his best to make it to where he doesn't die as quickly. UCM back onto the point and pushing it as far as they can. Daniel trying to see if he can displace anybody from UCM from what all they're doing. Red Polka kind of on a weird hiding corner there. We'll have to fade out more than likely to get back onto the team. UCM, though, continuing to push it. Daniel not really working towards touching the point here. UCM is going to have a bit of a trouble here. Valk coming out on the side of Cornell. UCM's going to have some fun here. Application Mage coming out on the side of Mad. UCM Deity is going to be the one contesting the Pharah, so that's going to be an interesting switch of stuff. Jonah coming in, trying to get shy, but doesn't really work out. Coalescence is coming out on the side of Red Polka, trying to see if he can help out with the Daniel kill. And so UCM will continue. Hammer down, coming out on the side. Jonah does get rid of Shy, but Jonah falls by himself. Reckless Morty trying his best to get rid of people. Mad does fall. Smex looking to kill people, does get rid of Reckless Morty. UCM trying to do their best. Grab coming out. DD Gaming is in it, does get DM, but isn't able to survive through it. Deity trying to see if he can secure stuff out, but there's just too many people from Cornell to really contest all of this. So the Red Polka will need to fade out of there and try and get out before he gets staggered. And Smex looking to see if he can stagger out the Red Polka, and it looks like he is able to kind of get out of there. And we do see Deity being staggered on the side of Cornell. It is a strat. It's not my favorite strat. That just means that you feel like you can't win without having to stagger somebody out. But, it's a strat. It's a strat. So to each their own when it comes to all of that stuff. I mean, I don't really care for pharmacy at all either because that seems like a cop-out to me. But then again, it's working, so you can't deny any of that. So UCM going to be on the back pedal here again. And so they're going to have to wait for Deity to get back and try and help to deal with the Pharah. Brickless Morty doing his best. There is a Death Blossom on the side of Schmex. Does get rid of DD Gaming and Jonah. So UCM will be definitely on the back pedal here. UCM just going to have to regroup here. And really the pharmacy here is just too much, it appears. Again, Daniel once more really being the carry on the side of Cornell. And so even more so because he's being pocketed by a Mercy. And so, that's just how the life of that goes. So, UCM is going to have a bit of a pain here, and so they're going to see about going up onto the high ground here. It looks like Cornell does catch that out, and so they're going to be calling that out to everybody. So Daniel looking to see if he can probably boop anybody off of that ground and is falling back so he doesn't get any more damage put onto him. And UCM will try and see if they can take care of the Pharah lifestyle. And we do see probably him getting ready to do a barrage. UCM, yep, there it is. Trey is taken out with that barrage. UCM is in a bit of a pickle here. Schmex in the background takes care of the Red Polka. UCM Jonah trying to see if he can get in there. Does stop a little bit of stuff, but not anything else. UCM in a bit of a pickle here. DD does not get staggered, but UCM is going to have to fall back. They only have 70 seconds to cap it to the second point, or else they will lose King's Row here, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll be a 2-0 in the series, and basically almost a one-way ticket to being out of this playoffs. And so UCM has a lot to do here. And so we'll see how well UCM can adapt. They have 4 ultimates up and ready to do stuff with Deity. Blizzard coming out on the side of UCM trying to get stuff down. We see stuff happening. Deity sending out stuff, and it does get 2. Gets rid of the Mercy, so Daniel has nothing to support him with. So UCM has an opportunity here to deal with that fire in the skies if they can. So Daniel running for his life because he doesn't have the Mercy pocket. He can't survive without it. He's going for a health pack. Looks like he's going to get it, though. He does, but he's still got Deity on his butt. And Jonah says, I can hit things, too. And so Daniel is now staggered. And so that's what you get. So UCM is able to continue on, and as you can tell, that Pharah immediately left once his Mercy was gone, and it's understandable. You can't really survive much longer. UCM continuing to push this forward, and they do cap the point. They get a wall off. Trey killing off some people this morning as well, and UCM continuing to push this through. We do see Mandro going down. Oh, Daniel taking it out on the side of Trey. UCM continuing to go forth, and it's snowballing so far. But this is not the end, folks. We do see Fleur with a Graviton Surge. Shatter we see on the side of Shy, and Mad with an Amp. Daniel swapping off of the Pharah because you're now in close quarters combat. Can't really fly high into the skybox. So Daniel going back to just doing punches and whatnot. So this is going to be a bit of an issue with a lot of zone control. Captain going back onto Lucio here. UCM continues to try and do some work here. And we do see a Graviton Surge coming out on the side. Beat coming out as well from UCM. This is going to be a lot of pain here. Shatter coming out on the side of Shy. UCM trying to do their best, but Fleur does take care of business here. Daniel as well. Again, stunned out. Deity was and booped back. Looks like Deity is going to sacrifice himself to the void there so he doesn't get staggered out. And UCM will be shut out, but we do come back with a Shatter, a potential Blizzard most likely, and then we will probably have a bomb. I can't tell. Nope, never mind. We're switching off, going to Zarya. So UCM going back to that Brawly comp because that's what we need. Smex switching off the Reaper to the Soldier for that burst damage potential. And so UCM going to try and see if they can take care of Shy. Shy too far forward. And UCM going to... Oh, amplification. No, never mind. Immortality field is down, but Trey taken out by Daniel. UCM just low. Jonah needing that health. Shy going in forward. Hammers. I didn't hear a hammer. Never mind. UCM continuing to just have to fall back. And just the backpedal on the side of Cornell and then waiting to engage after UCM used their resources to go in there. And also on the side of Daniel being able to just kind of get in there, pick off Trey, one of the people who could deal with him. Deity swapping off onto the ball here. So typically you would see that kind of be reversed. But anyways, Brickless Morty does get stunned out. UCM does get overtime activated. Hammer down coming out on both sides. It does look like, though, that Trey will be taken out. And UCM doesn't look like they're going to be able to continue to cap onto the point. Red Polka is on there trying to stall out, but it's not going to work out here. And UCM will not touch the point, and they will drop King's Row. And Cornell will take 2 maps. And so UCM is down 2-0 in the series, ladies and gentlemen. But that does not mean it's the end of the world whatsoever. UCM still has an opportunity to make this into something. They have the talent. They have the skills. They just need to apply it to a team environment here and just move forward with it. We do see Jonah here being able to capitalize on some stuff, and this is what helped with the trickle, and that's a nice fire strike onto Daniel, who is right now the carry kind of for Cornell. And so UCM will have a lot of fun with dealing all of that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, we are down 2-0 in the series, but that doesn't mean we're out. So we will be going to match point for Cornell, and hopefully UCM has what it takes to kind of do a turnaround onto Cornell, and we'll find that out after this short break.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious.
I guess.
Okay, well, let's get right down to it. What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Just kind of whatever's on. I don't really pick.
If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would you be?
Probably ranch.
Who would narrate your life?
No one, hopefully. I don't know any narrators that are like, I guess the National Geographic guy, I like him.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
It depends on how hard the thing in the broth is.
Your new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be?
Pasty.
Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Arm.
First game ever played?
Probably the new Super Mario Bros. On DS. I think that was it.
Where's your dream destination?
I really like the mountains, so I guess kind of like Nebraska, Colorado kind of places, so.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself, celebrate it. Discover UCM, discover opportunity in action.
Ready to be interviewed today?
I guess.
Okay, well, let's get right down to it. What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Just kind of whatever's on. I don't really pick.
If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would you be?
Probably ranch.
Who would narrate your life?
No one, hopefully. I don't know any narrators that are like, I guess the National Geographic guy, I like him.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
It depends on how hard the thing in the broth is.
Your new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be?
Pasty.
Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Arm.
First game ever played?
Probably the new Super Mario Bros. On DS. I think that was it.
Where's your dream destination?
I really like the mountains, so I guess kind of like Nebraska, Colorado kind of places, so.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on Havana, and you know what that means. UCM is going to be holding the point here very, very closely. And so, you know how I feel about it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but then again, Daniel and Captain are going Farah, so seems a little bit even here for me. So UCM will have a little bit of fun here, trying to see if they can hold on the spawn here. Fleur and Shy going double shields. That's a bit of a rare occurrence. Reckless Morty does fall, and along with the red polka, so UCM will not be able to hold on to this in any way, shape, or form. So UCM will be kind of stopped in their tracks on this hold. It does look like, though, they are able to take out Mad, and UCM will try to do their best, but DD Gaming not able to really help and keep Jonah up and alive, especially with a fire raining damage from the sky. And there will be a res coming out on the side of Captain, and so UCM will have to come back into a 6v6. A little bit interesting of a res, but I guess you just didn't want to wait for that respawn timer, so UCM will have a little bit of an issuematic thing coming into this trade. It is swapping off onto the McCree, and we do see Hanzo coming out on the side of Reckless Morty, so a bit more of a consistent aim heroes coming out to try and deal with that Daniel Farah, and also to deal with the Schmex Tracer. So UCM is going to have a bit of an issue here. We do see double barrier. So double barrier hasn't been super strong for a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's not workable. So we do see Schmex coming into the background. Red Polka taking a lot of damage there. Jonah hopping into the front line here. UCM trying to see if they can take care of the tank lineup. Shy taken down. UCM is a little bit split off there. Schmex taken down along with Daniel. Looks like Captain's looking to see if he should go res somebody. Not really going to work out, though. And UCM is in good stuff. Reckless Morty popping off here. And UCM is able to stabilize and just kind of hold on to the point here. Reckless Morty just doing good today. So he's been able to try and stay consistent and do all the work that he can for his team. He's always been great with just being there for the team. And so UCM is going to need that right now as they're trying to see if they can stay within this series. Daniel is back. Red Polka in the high ground here, trying to stay on top of the bus here. Jonah takes out his partner in Shy. We do see Fleur going in for a sub beat, though, coming out on the side of DD Gaming. And we do see Reckless Morty with his arrows keeping Daniel in check. And so Shatter coming out on the side of Jonah. Takes care of stuff. Oh, and Trey taking care of Daniel. UCM back to being able to hold the point here. And, oh, Shy is low on health here. Jonah trying to see if he can get a hold of his counterpart before he gets away. Not going to work out. Daniel saying, yeah, I don't really want to go against all that. Let me turn into my Shimada brothers. And so we will see Daniel hopping onto the Genji. Captain holding on to that Valk because you need that. And so Reckless Morty is coming up on his Grav and Dragon. So we might see a Grav Dragon coming out on here. Shy trying to do some work. Jonah low on health here. UCM Grav coming out. Dragon's coming out as well. UCM needs to get rid of that Immortality Field. And it happens. High Noon and Dragons. These men are mad. And UCM is able to wipe that out. Valk is pulled out on the side of Captain because he doesn't really want to play Mercy anymore. Swaps off onto the Lucio here. And UCM is in a good position. Schmeck switching off of the Tracer onto the Soldier, getting that burst damage to try and melt the shields down on Jonah. Shy already low on health here, and UCM is going to see if they can just continue to contest this. Shy not able to get his armor really back up and running. It looks like he does get it. Barrier is destroyed on the side of Shy. Jonah trying to continue to take care of his counterpart, and Shy does go down to the side of the arrows. Trey trying to get away from Fleur there, but it doesn't matter. Captain comes in and takes care of him. Fleur gets out of there with his life, and Daniel as well takes care of Reckless Morty. Hammer coming down on the side of Jonah, but doesn't really get much else on there. B coming out on the side of DD Gaming. And we do see UCM trying to do their best to stabilize, but Daniel just going and doing so much. Blade coming out on the side of Daniel, and it looks like he might be able to get some stuff done. Nope, never mind. UCM continues to just do some work there. Reckless Morty, it looks like he's going to try and see. Does take care of Mad. Gets Fleur a little bit low on health and continues. Oh, but is taken out by Fleur. Jonah swapping off on the ball. Nope, looks like he's going to be going back to get back onto that Reinhardt probably to see if they can get back and just regroup. Yep, no need to stall this point out, fellas. And so UCM will be able to not hold the points, sadly, but it does look a little bit more promising than before. We are seeing the DPS kind of pop off, but again, Daniel once more on the dive hero that he loves so much, it appears, and he's just going to continue to be a problem in the back line for UCM. And so we do see Shy taking a lot of damage, and we do see a grab coming out on the side of Cornell College, and it does look like Shy takes Jonah for a ride, but we do see Amplification Maker coming out on the side of the red polka. UCM falling back to re-heal, and so UCM is going to try and stay together. Grab coming out on the side of UCM. Jonah takes care of Daniel Shy. And, oh, we do see Dragons as well coming out on the side of Rickless Morty. And Schmack's trying to zone people out, but that's not going to really do much. We do see him falling back. Daniel still on that Genji pick. We do see Amp coming up and ready for Mad, and UCM will continue to hold on to all this. Trey probably getting ready for a high noon here, and UCM, again, able to stabilize here, but we've seen this not work out in the past before. It's just a matter of if Cornell can do anything, and it especially hinges on if Daniel can get a quick pick, because Daniel's been the one opening up a lot of these fights for Cornell, and Trey's just kind of watching Daniel getting low on that health. Looks like Cornell's coming up onto the left side here. UCM's going to have to do lots of work. We do see Flurf switching off onto the Diva here. He's wanting to get in there into the backline as well with everybody. Shy down to the side of Deity, so no shield for Cornell there, and UCM's going to have to continue. Daniel, again, going onto the flank here, trying to deal with stuff. Trey keeping an eye on Daniel, does know he's back there. DD Gaming going after Daniel there. Miss flash there on the side of UCM, but Daniel's doing what he needs to, is pulling attention away from the stairwell there. But doesn't matter. UCM is going to still hold on to the high ground here, and it's not really going to do much else here. DD Gaming is going to have to get back, does have beat ready. Daniel, again, trying to do work, but it looks like UCM kind of have his numbers. We do see Sonar Arrow coming out. UCM doing some best that they can. Daniel, Shader coming out. UCM trying to keep everybody healed up. Daniel, again, in the background, trying to stay alive. And Shy falls to the side of everything. Deity doing work, and UCM just trying to keep everything together. Oh, here we go. Bittersweet, ladies and gentlemen. No, we get to stagger your butt out. Jonah charging Fleur into the wall. Sweet, poetic justice, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I do not support it, but it's nice when my team can do it as well. And I'm sure Cornell fans love the fact that their team is doing well with all their planning and all their contentions. UCM, again, having to stagger out and see what they can do. Grab Toss Surge coming out on the side of UCM. Do we see Grab Dragon? No Dragon up yet for the side of Rickless Morty. UCM going to have to do some work. Speed and Amplification Maker. Beat coming out on the side of Deity. Daniel, tries to get some blades, but nothing happens. UCM trying to stay alive, but Jonah does get taken out by Schmeck. UCM, again, is in a bit of a pickle here. Dragons coming out on the side of UCM. Rickless Morty taking care of business with his Dragons. And UCM going to have to do some major renovations to Havana here with the rest of Cornell. Captain being a slippery little Lucio there, but does hop off, and in the competitive universe, that would be called a C9. Meaning that he left the point and let it go away. So, but you know, UCM has a long road. They were able to stop Cornell at the halfway point to the second point here, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. The first point, there's that yellow box here, as you can see here on your screens. And that's where Cornell was stopped from getting to. So UCM has to push it to where this red truck is with the wine. I think that's wine. Or is this rum? This is rum. My apologies. It's rum. It's weird robot rum, so I don't know if it's like made of kerosene and oil. That's something to think about. It might actually have rum. See, it's a robot. See, it's a robot wearing a fedora and has a mustache. So obviously, it's good rum. I mean, to be fair, most rum can taste like motor oil and gasoline. I wonder why we put that into our bodies. Anyways, UCM has an opportunity here. Trey and Rickless Morty toying with us for a dual sniper, but I'm assuming that they're guessing that Daniel, as we see right now, is going to go on to the Pharah. So we do see that Cornell is going to pull the same tactic of holding at the spawn. Again, I don't support it. You know, I think you should at least let the team come out and at least be honorable and at least fight it out in the open. You'd think you'd want that for your Pharah, but then again, spamming into a choke works too. But anyways, UCM going to their Brawl tank lineup, dual snipers, never mind Trey, swapping off onto the Reaper, Rickless Morty onto the Widow. And so we'll see how well that works out for UCM having Rickless Morty on the Widow, see if he can be able to take care of business on to Daniel, but it doesn't look like he's able to get much done there. Daniel able to push everybody back outside. Trey switching to the Bastion here. trying to see if maybe they can just do a burst down of the tank lineup for Cornell. It does look like Trey and DD Gaming are going to the right here. We do see the Red Polka onto the Moira, so DD Gaming onto the Baptiste is a little bit more different. And so UCM can have a little bit of a problem. Oh, we do see Trey taking care of the Faras! Oh my goodness, Bastion, you're my friend! UCM able to take care of business. Deity and Fleur having a little bit of like a beam contest. Doesn't win it out. Smacks and Matt are the only ones left on the side of Cornell to take care of business. And so Trey doing the Bastion thing and trying to just burst down the rest of Cornell. And UCM is able to contest that. Cornell did hold off UCM for a little bit here. Trey probably going to go swap off of the Bastion, go back to his Reaper lifestyle. Rickless Morty still on the Widow here. No, never mind. Trey sticking with the Bastion, where it looks like we're going to do a little bit of a pirate ship. He's going to hop onto the payload here and just see how much he can mow down against Cornell. And so he's going to kind of hide behind the payload, see where all he can get. Nope, never mind. He's going to do a little bit of a hide flank because he can see that they're going to be coming down. He does get a good burst damage onto people. We do see damage coming out. Trey taking out Shy and Fleur. UCM, Daniel trying to get in there, tries to see if our guys... Bronze Bastion shoots into a deflecting Giddy, but doesn't work out. Trey still takes out Daniel, and UCM continues to do work here. Jonah, here we go. Oh, Mad is on the cart, but Trey says no more. Rickless Morty and Trey doing work today on the DPS lineup. UCM is back into a little bit of synergy. This is a little bit of an off-roll. I've never seen Trey really on Bastion, so this is something new. I'm just very confused, but I love it. We've gone against some teams. We do see them, though, going to be hard targeting our Bastion lineup. Shy is taken down. Schmeck is going to be trying to do some stuff. Deity, though, doing work. Death Blossom coming out, and Schmeck is killed. Application Matrix is out, and Trey is just melting people. Oh, no catch for Bastion there. Oh, Trey cleaning up on the Bastion here. UCM able to get the first point. Don't tell me that we're going to be able to start a turnaround off of a Bastion. Oh, you see now that Cornell is not happy with the Bastion pick. So Mad switching off and going to the Ana to be able to sleep and or nade the crap out of Trey. So UCM is going to probably have to switch off of the Bastion in order to continue to cap this point, but we don't know yet. UCM continuing to just kind of hide here. Trey having some decent positioning with his Bastion plays. He's just not... He's making sure that he doesn't get into poor positions, waiting for them to come around the corner. So UCM, Hammer does come out, but Graham also. So UCM is able to continue to hold on to the point here. Shy is taken out by Trey. UCM Coalescence also coming out as well. Rickless Morty onto the Ana. Not on the Ana, but the McCree here. UCM just doing so much here. Mainly Trey. Oh my goodness, Cornell was not expecting any of this. They're so confused, I think. Oh, you see Captain trying to see if he can take care of business. Rickless Morty does fall to Daniel, though. UCM is trying to see if they continue on their mad spree here, but Trey is taken down at long last, and so UCM is going to have a bit of an issue. Blade coming out of the side of Daniel trying to stop the push for UCM. Jonah holding off, and we do see him coming down to the low ground here, maybe waiting to see if he can do anything, but they do fall and whatnot, so UCM. Great run, Trey. I really do appreciate it. You did a great job on Bastion, but you have, roughly 3 minutes to cap the point now, so there's opportunities here. We do see a Diva Bomb and Beat and Nano on the side of Cornell here, so there's going to be a little bit of a pain here. We do see a couple of ult resets, especially with Trey here, but we do see Jonah with a Shatter. If we can get a nice, juicy little Shatter before Fleur can, pop off, if we can prevent the zoning ult of that Diva, UCM will be in a good position here. We are going up to the high ground here. Fleur off to the side here. Trey looking to see if he can take care of business. Jonah doing some work. We do see a Nano Boost coming out onto the Monkey. Death Blossom coming out of the side of Schmex, and that does take care of UCM's backline there. And so UCM is going to have to fall back. Jonah does get a little bit staggered out, but UCM is going to be wiped out by one singular ult on the side of Schmex, so that was good. But that was also a Nano Boost wasted onto the Monkey, though. Okay, never mind. Not wasted, because now Shy has his ultimate to be able to contest the point a little bit better. So UCM is going to have a little bit of issue here. So there's a little bit more of a divey comp on the side of Cornell here. So UCM has to watch out for stuff. Rickless Morty's still on this McCree here. We're going to see if he can do some work. Does melt down Fleur a little bit here. Fleur getting a little bit low on the health here. But Rickless Morty should hopefully get his Deadeye soon. We do know that Schmex is off on the side. We do hear Shatter coming out, but his flashbang is blocked. Rickless Morty and everybody else. Beat coming out on the side of DD Gaming. And UCM is going to see if they can continue to at least get back. Deadeye coming out on the side of UCM. Oh, he does get capped, and Rickless Morty does. And so UCM's going to see, but they do get naded. So this is not looking good. Coalescence out on the side of the red Polka, but UCM going to try to do their best. But there is a bomb coming out on the side of Cornell there. And so all they have left, they're probably going to Nano Blade here to secure the next fight. And so UCM Deity is trying to see if he can just get killed there, and that will be another bit of a stagger kill there for the side of Cornell, Jonah, saying he can do better on the ball life today, which is his main. So he does have closed area. He can build up those mines fast. And if he can zone out that one little area and take care of some business there, UCM should be in good. We do have a Graviton Surge up and ready for the side of Deity here. We'll see how well that works out for him. UCM continuing to see if they can push this monkey forward. And UCM is going to be dived. Blade coming out with a nano on it. And UCM's just going to have to pull out of there. And that's going to be it. Daniel, once more, doing work on stuff. And UCM getting into last fight territory, though. Jonah is trying to see if he can zone out anybody. Continue to staying alive, but it doesn't look like it's going to do much. Jonah will try and see if he can get out of there. Not really going to work out. He's on 52 health. He's going to fall back, get the red polka, some HP, and some ult grindage there. UCM continuing. There's only 20 seconds left. We're getting into last fight territory. If UCM cannot cap this point, UCM will lose the series and be out of the tournament. So this is the final countdown, folks. And so UCM going to see what all they can do. We have to see how well Jonah can quickly line up everything. We do have ults on our side here. Rickless Morty. Graviton Surge coming on the side of UCM. We have the monkey in it, and so UCM's going to try their best. Death Blossom coming on the side of Trey, but he has slept. Smacks doing his own. It looks like that's going to be a little bit more effective than UCM's. Rickless Morty is down and out. Jonah trying to see if he can take care of business of the Ana in the background, but it's not really going to do much else. DD Gaming is trying to do some work, but the Red Polka also sending out his Coalescence. Beat coming out on the side of Cornell. And UCM trying their best. DD Gaming putting out the beat, trying to see if Jonah can quickly get that mines up. And so if he can get that up, that could be the turning point for UCM. Rickless Morty as well has opportunities to do a high noon here. Jonah with his minefield pops it out there. Rickless Morty with 2 headshots. DD Gaming taking out Shy. Cornell is down 3. UCM has an opportunity to continue to push his payload. UCM, Deity. Oh no. We do see a bomb coming out on the side of Cornell. UCM still in an opportunity here to get this point capped. They're in overtime right now, ladies and gentlemen. UCM just has to get it to the next spot. Right there. There it is. That's the golden box of victory you need, UCM. Can you get it there? They're pushing. They're doing work. Jonah taking care of business. It's still being contested. UCM in a little bit of a pickle here, but it doesn't look like for much longer. UCM, Cornell's going down. And UCM, Trey taking care of Shaq. And UCM will cap the point. And we are still in it, ladies and gentlemen. UCM will take Havana from Cornell. And whoo, doggy. That was something. That was something. You know, that was just showing it's a very scrappy fight here. Schmeck's going in with his Death Blossom. That is what prevented one push there. So UCM has an opportunity here, but it is still match point on the side of Cornell. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's painful. My throat is getting very raspy and very dry with all of this excitement that's going on for UCM. And so, hopefully in this next one, we can continue this trend. This should be a good uplifting lift for our team here, but it will be Cornell's map pick, so that means they might have an advantage here. And so we'll hopefully see UCM continue on in this series and move on in the tournament. But in order for that to happen, they got to pick the next map. And while they're picking out the next map, we will see a word from our sponsors.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
College, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to transform. The opportunity to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, your goals are achievable because we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential with the backing of 150 years of academic excellence, with undergraduate and graduate degrees available in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
I am. Okay, let's get right to it. You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
I'm colorblind, so colors are really hard for me. But let's see here. I like blues, like a shade of blue, probably.
First game ever played?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on PlayStation 2. First game I ever beat too.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Any like 80s classic rock, anything like that. Probably like Thunderstruck.
What would the title of your book be?
Probably something along the lines of being distracted a lot, but somehow getting through life.
What would your last meal consist of?
Oh man, that's hard. I really like food. some kind of like pasta meal, some like gnocchi, like little soft balls of like pasta dough. Oh, so good.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this humdinger of a match. We are on Volskaya Industries. This is a 2CP map. This is one of those maps where you have to capture 2 points in a row, similar to the King of the Hill type of mode that we played earlier with the control maps. This is one of the least favorite modes amongst the player base, so, you know, but it's in the competitive scene, so you gotta kind of play it until they remove it, which theory has it. Or actually, Jeff Kaplan himself, the developer of the games, does say that 2CP will be removed in Overwatch 2. So we might not have to deal with this for much longer if you're a player of Overwatch. So just keep that in mind. And so UCM will be on, looks like the defense here. Yep, they will be. So UCM coming out, they are sticking with Rickless Morty and Trey on this lineup. I would say that's a great plan. I love Bite Me, and I think he does great work, but this is not a good Doomfist map or any of his other heroes that he kind of has that is his special. And so we do need the hit scan capability because Daniel has already shown that he can go Genji, he can go Pharah, and he might even go Junkrat. I would not be surprised if this man goes Junkrat. He might even go something else really crazy. I mean, Trey here just today went Bloody Bastion and blew my bloody mind. So UCM here will be holding on to the high ground as best as they can. Looks like Trey's having issues on getting up there. So UCM will have to drop down a little bit. So UCM and Cornell hopping into it. This is match point for Cornell. So if Cornell wins this map, that'll be it for UCM. They are out of the tournament and everything else. So UCM holding on to the underpass here next to the truck, but it looks like Cornell will be kind of hopping up into the overpass here. Daniel once more just trying to hold on and do hard flanks and do some damage, hopping back and getting some heals from his people. Red Polka out of kind of position there, and UCM in a bit of a stun. Oh, Trey gets deflected on his stun. UCM, though, oh, the Red Polka taken out by Schmex and Daniel's team wipe there. But Schmex taken out by Trey. UCM in a little bit more of a pickle here, though. Shy way out of position here. Daniel being forced back. Rickless Morty has to ice, and Daniel is taken out, though, by DD Gaming before the Immortality Field could get there. On the side of Mad, Shy falls as well. And so UCM has a bit of an opportunity to continue to contest this point. Captain on the point right now, doing some work. We do see Jonah with a shatter up and ready, and so this might be a little bit of a deterrent to make sure that Cornell can't really do much else. We do see Cornell having to fall back and not really be there much more. Trey does take care of Captain, though, so that is going to be a good stagger kill on the side of UCM, and so we're going to see how well this all works out. We do see that Cornell is going to be flanking off onto the left here. Looks like they're going to be trying to go to the high ground possibly. Nope, looks like they're just going to go straight down the left-hand side here. Shatter is up and ready for Jonah. He's waiting. He's looking. Amplification Matrix out. Shield coming out, but Daniel reflects Trey's ultimate into his face. We do see a hammer down, but it is blocked on Jonah. We do see DD Gaming having his beat up and ready, but I don't think they're going to use it at this point in juncture. UCM will allow the point to fall and go to Cornell. So now, ladies and gentlemen, UCM has to hold on to the point way back here. That is going to be a little bit more of a pain in the rear because I believe Cornell will get roughly 6 minutes. We'll see how well that goes. 5 minutes, my apologies. So UCM has a tall order here to defend this point. And so if UCM fails to defend this, then it's going to be a long road. If they can burn off a lot of time before they cap the point, that'll be a lot better. So UCM going to see if they can hold on to the ground here. DD Gaming trying to make sure that nobody really comes out. DD Gaming does take a lot of damage. The Reckless Morty and Trey both fall on the side of UCM, so Daniel taking out Jonah as well. UCM not looking so good, and this is not going to work out. Red Polka throws out an amplification matrix trying to do some damage, but doesn't really do much else. And so UCM will have to lose the point here, looks like, and that's going to be a fast cap on the side of Cornell. And UCM, DD Gaming will go in there. He beats, and he continues to contest it. This is, again, ladies and gentlemen, you just need to stop the point from happening. Schmeck's throwing out that bomb coming out, stuns coming out, amps coming out, UCM needing to get on there. We do see a grab being thrown out, and blades as well coming out from Daniel. UCM, again, continuing to try and see if they can do stuff. Jonah and Rickless Morty and the Ripoka fall, but UCM is not able to continue to contest the point, and Cornell will take round 1 here with 2 quick caps with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. Not looking good so far. So, but then again, this is just 2CP in a nutshell. And so this is where the disadvantage kind of comes from. It's a very snowbally type of game mode. And you could kind of see that is whereas as soon as UCM lost the first team fight, Cornell was able to use the momentum and just kind of bowl over it because UCM's not able to really get truly set up and ready onto the second point in that kind of a timely manner. So UCM here has to try and cap the point, these 2 points, faster than Cornell did, so that they don't have the same kind of situation that was happening there. And so if UCM is able to kind of capitalize on all that, the Mac. And so UCM, again, has a tall order here. And we'll see how well it all goes. Again, Daniel will probably be up and behind UCM trying to contest anything that they'll be doing. And so Smex will be going onto the soldier here, trying again to do a lot of spam damage. Rickless Morty hopping onto the Mei for just zone control in general. And so UCM will have a bit of a tall order when it comes to this. And you see Daniel, he's going to be coming up forward. He's going to try and just get a few shurikens in and charge up his blade as fast as possible. And it may or may not work. You might be able to get somebody. He might have the opportunity of at least getting a few shurikens in. He might even attempt to dash and try and kill one of the squishier characters that we have on the team, meaning lower HP heroes. And so Daniel, again, throwing out some shurikens, trying to see if he can get anybody down. He's going to be dropping down to start the flanking. Nope, never mind. He's still up on top of the roof. UCM continuing through. They do see Daniel. Jonah pushing forward, DD Gaming going after Daniel and deterring him from the high ground. Daniel's going to have to fall back and get back to his team. But Jonah takes care of him with a fire strike. So UCM has an opportunity here to push forward and take care of business. Rickless Morty throwing up a wall but isn't able to contest anybody. We do see Shy going in there with a bit of a charge. UCM is going to be able to stop out, and we do see a stun out onto Shy, but he has Immortality Field and is starting to get healed up. We do see the soldier up here. Schmex is going to be a little bit deterred by DD Gaming. Mad is getting low on health. Rickless Morty trying really hard to wall off Shy, but he's not able to get much else out of him. Daniel is back into the fray here. Trey low on that HP. Daniel looking to kill Trey, but Shy is down on the side of Trey. UCM continuing to do stuff. Daniel down again. Jonah taking care of that with his big old hammer. UCM continuing to just push on this point. Trey doing work up in the corner here onto the captain. Captain does fall. Smack just holding onto the high ground. Nothing much else happening there. Fleur on the Diva trying to see if he can contest it. Trey and DD Gaming go up there and take care of Schmex. Fleur continuing to contest the point. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen. UCM will get the point. I'd be very surprised if, nothing happening there. A fire strike does come out on the side of Shy Panda, but I don't think Cornell's going to come and contest it. We do see Daniel swapping off and going to the Farah here. So I don't see Captain switching off just yet to go to the Mercy, but give it time, folks. Yep, there it is. See, Captain swaps off onto the Mercy, and so we are going to see a bit of a pharmacy happening here on the side of Cornell. And so UCM will have a bit of a pain to deal with that since they have no real ranged heroes to really deal with that. So UCM will have to try and push this point as best as they can without having to put up with the Farah. Hammer coming out on the side of Jonah. Does get his counterpart in Shy. Beat coming out of Dylan. Hammer down coming out as well from Shy. Blizzard coming out. And Trey doing a bit of a death block and takes care of business. Fleur setting off his bomb. Doesn't kill anybody, but it looks like his mech's going to be just melted instantly. UCM continuing to push through. And no matter what, UCM will get this. And that will be hopefully a quick point cap on for UCM. They get 2 ticks. Chai and Schmex going in. The grab coming out on the side of Deity. UCM continues to just kind of contest the point. Captain hopping on to continue to do that. Fleur hopping onto the ball here, trying to get everybody off point. Madge down. Fleur spinning right around, baby. Does get walled off. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen. Does get wrecked. And Daniel still just staying up in the high ground. Schmex hopping onto point. He's trying to see if he can contest it. Shy back on here with the monkey. With Captain there, but doesn't really work out much well. Captain just going to be wrecked out, and UCM will cap it with 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. So, UCM in a good contention here. And so you did see that the time frame did drop here for both Cornell and UCM. And so that's just basically because you don't want to have this going on forever. That was another issue with the assault maps. This is what this mode is called. It's called assault. And this would go on forever. You could get to like 6 6-6 in most of these instances. This is to help prevent that, so it's not staying on forever again. This is why most of the player base does not like these map modes, and most tournaments will remove them. But again, it isn't competitive, so it makes sense to have it in there, even though the player base doesn't like them. Overwatch 2's not out yet, fellas, so we can't exactly be mad, bro. And so Trey will be hopping on to the McCree here because they're anticipating Daniel to be on that far as we see right now. So UCM has to do a good defense here, or at least stall out for a good long blood of time. And so UCM will try and see what they can do. Mad hopping off of the Baptiste going onto the Ana here, and UCM is going to stick with their Moira and Lucio pick here, so there might be a bit of an issue with the healing aspect coming from the Red Polka, especially if Matt is able to hit some good nades. So Fleur hopping onto the ball here, and so UCM is going to deal with a weird dive-ish comp here, basically from Cornell with a pharmacy included. And so basically the idea here is probably to target the Mad and get rid of that Ana play and try and ignore Daniel as much as you can, but Trey's going to be the sole person having to deal with the pharmacy in this situation. So UCM is going to have a bit of a tall order. Fleur going off onto the flank here onto the left-hand side, looking to see if he can get a quick pick onto somebody. And UCM just going to huddle up into the bottom area there, waiting to see if anybody comes around. Daniel trying to pump in some damage into the Jonah. Jonah does take a lot of damage onto the shield, and UCM will have to do as much as they can. We do see Fleur getting a little bit booped off of the high ground here. Shy and Schmex hopping on, trying to see if they can do some damage. Jonah is taken up by Daniel, and Trey is naded, but is getting the effect removed from Rickless Morty, is getting healed up, but it does look like UCM will not go back on to contest the point, and this isn't looking good. UCM just let that point go. No, never mind. Deity and the rest of UCM is going to hop on and see if they can continue to contest it. Red Polka and Trey and Rickless Morty try their best, but Rickless Morty all fall. Trey trying to continue. Jonah hopping off onto his own ball, trying to continue to stall, and UCM doing work. Jonah gets Schmecked down, but Captain does get in there and res is Schmecked. UCM trying to do their best. DD Gaming hopping onto the point as well to, again, continue to trickle down that time clock. And no matter what, UCM will not be able to hold off on that Fleur. Going in and trying to continue to contest that. Rickless Morty hopping off of the going on to the Widow to try and contest the Pharah that will be coming onto this point here. We do see, Trey and Rickless Morty tag teaming and taking care of Daniel and Captain. And UCM has an advantage here. They're going to be able to stall that out. So they're going to make it to where it's going to be a singular team fight here. Jonah as well is in the background here, just continuing to harass them to make sure that they can't really regroup that much. We're just continuing to charge up his ultimate so he can get his mines onto the field as well. So Jonah going to be on the flank here to see what all he can do. UCM is in good position. Fleur going on a hard flank, it looks like. Oh, and he dies! Fleur is out! Trey with a high noon! Nano on Shy! And UCM continues to just try and contest the point. We do see Angry Monkey coming out. Reckless Morty on the Tracer trying to stay alive, but nothing else does. Trey does fall. Coalesce is coming out on the side of the Red Polka. Red Polka trying to do some work. Schmeck's taking out Reckless Morty. Trey down as well. UCM going to have to do some work to try and contest this. Jonah getting close to his mines, but will he live long enough to get them? Doesn't look like it, but will UCM be able to hold on to the point long enough? It is in the final time. We will get this activated into overtime, so UCM has an opportunity. Trey switching off onto the Soldier, but doesn't look like he's going to do much else there. So Rickless Morty trying to continue to contest it as the Tracer. And UCM will try and get on there with DD Gaming. We do see Jonah throwing out some mines, and UCM will try and contest as much as they can. Mines coming out on the side of Cornell, and so there's a mixture of mines. This is dangerous for UCM and Cornell. Beat coming out on the side of DD Gaming. Continue to contest. Fleur is taken out by Trey's rockets, and UCM is going to try and see if they can get back onto point to contest it and wipe out the rest. Mad is just hiding behind that little pillar, not really taking much else damage. And Deity, it will be demacked, but Mad will be taken down as well. Overtime is still taking smacks, trying to hold on to point. Overtime will tick down, and that'll be it. UCM holds on and prevents second point from being captured. So all UCM needs to do is cap all 2 points here, and they'll win the map. And they'll tie up the series. Oh, it's getting exciting here, folks. So UCM, tall order, very much a tall order. We have seen that Daniel is very good on the Pharah, and especially when he has his Mercy there to pocket him and keep him alive and give him more damage and things like that. And we've seen that UCM has been able to contest for that and to take care of that. And so as long as UCM doesn't lose that focus or lose that idea, they should be fine here. But we do see Daniel swapping off to the McCree. This is going to be rather interesting. So, I mean, I guess it is defense and not attack, so you would want more of the ability to stun the crap out of people. And so Daniel, I haven't seen him on the McCree yet. I probably haven't. If I have, then I apologize, because it would either be during this game or the last game we had this semester. So, you know, there's options. There's always options. But UCM will push first and only push. So this is it. If UCM cannot capitalize and get the next point, this either will end in a draw or UCM will lose the series. I don't know if it'll end up in a draw, though. So UCM, we're going to see how well this all works out for them. And so UCM has an opportunity to turn this around for them. And so we do see that Cornell is going to be holding onto the high ground here. UCM continuing to just kind of contest what all they can. UCM going a little bit on the left-hand side here, trying to see what all they can do. But we do see Trey taking a lot of damage here. UCM continuing to just kind of push up. Trey and Shona taking lots of damage. Trey getting healed up, though, by Red Polka and DD Gaming. So UCM just slowly poking, waiting for Cornell to make a mistake here and not wanting to do that. We do see a wall going up on the side of Rickless Morty, so UCM has an opportunity to do some stuff. Fleur hopping out, low on health. This is taken out by Deity Gaming. Not Deity, my bad. Schmeck's hopping onto the background here, seeing if he can go under the back line of UCM, but we do see Red Polka saying, nah, not today, I can fade away. And UCM will continue to hold this off. Shy has no healing on the side of Mad, and UCM will continue to cap that, and they're going to slowly progress this point, and UCM will get point one, it looks like, because I don't see Cornell. Daniel will swap off and go to the Farah, along with Captain being his mercy, and so UCM has an opportunity. You see that little yellow triangles, folks? That's where UCM has to cap to. So UCM has a tall order once again to try and get this point. And so they're going to have to play this smart, play it slow. Not too slow, though. You only got 90 seconds, basically. So UCM continue to push forward. Jonah getting low on health, but Deity is going to try and help and keep that negated. Shy is walled off, but nothing bad. Beat coming on the side of Deity. Hammer out on Shy, but nothing else happens there. Deity with stuff out there. Shatter! Deity and Jonah taking care of business. Daniel, only one there to really contest anything, but that's think about Captain going in. Nothing else happens there. UCM has an opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see it. One tick. Can we get two? Can we get two before Shy touches the point? We do. Can we get the third? We do! We do! UCM ties up the series! And this will be a 2-2 matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you don't know how excited I am to see that happen. UCM putting on a show. Trey here. Trey and Rickless Moore, everybody on the team today has turned something on, people. This is not the same team we watched last night. Something happened. Something clicked in their brains. And now we have this great series that we're up against, and this is POG, which means it is very awesome, it's very great. And so UCM in a great position to continue on into the tournament. And so this is going to be match point, and this will more than likely be going to a control map, meaning that there will be no tying, there will be no like potentials of a draw at whatever. So what's coming up next will be the end of it. And if UCM wins, we'll move on into the finals. Woo! This is getting exciting, don't you think so? So I'm hyped up on stuff, and I haven't even had any caffeine. Well, I had one cup of coffee. Anyways, we'll be right back after these messages to see how well UCM does with match point.
Taylor Industries is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports, a family-owned and operated business.
Might as well go.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
Car jam?
Yeah.
I don't know, anything EDM.
What was the first game you ever played?
That would be some Atari game. I'll go with Pitfall.
Who would narrate your life?
I'd have Cuss to do it from the Overwatch League.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
Turn into a dragon.
Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Third arm would be way more useful.
What's the first thing you would buy with $1 million?
An epic gaming setup.
Where's your dream destination?
New Zealand.
Where do you drop the line between soup and cereal?
No comment.
Describe your perfect day.
Playing video games, learning more about it.
If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would you be?
Caesar.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate it. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Welcome to the interview today. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, actually.
What's the first thing you would buy with $1 million?
A car. Nice one.
What would your last meal consist of?
Fried okra. Probably main thing.
Where's your dream destination?
I always want to go to Alaska, see the northern lights. That'd be cool.
What was cool as a kid, but not cool now?
Those silly, like the bands, the silly bands that are shapes, animals and stuff. Those aren't too cool anymore.
If magic was real, what spell would you try out first?
Invisibility, I guess.
If you could cyber enhance one body part, what would it be?
Gotta be the gaming hand. Perfect aim.
Who would narrate your life?
Me.
What's your favorite car jam to listen to?
I don't really listen to music. I just podcasts are my main thing, I guess.
Imagine opportunity. Got it? Good. Now pursue it. Choose the right college to cultivate it. Discover your passion, your talent. Now share it. Embrace it. Go global. Find support, network, build your team. Set a goal, work hard, achieve it. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate it. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Nepal. As I said, this is a control map, King of the Hill, so there will be probably 3 parts to this map, but this is match point. Whoever wins this will be moving on in the tournament and be facing against whoever won the other spot of the playoffs. I don't know who it was yet, so UCM is in good contentions right now. If we play like if we play this round like we did the last one, we should do very well. We do have to keep in mind that UCM did drop the last control map that we had to play, and so that is kind of disheartening. But Trey is still in. Rickless Morty is still in. No Bite Me to be seen today. We don't see any substitution on either side here, so UCM will have a bit of fun here, but it does look like Trey will be swapping off onto the Reaper here, so UCM will have a bit of their Fleur on the ball still, so UCM will stick with the brawly thing. We do see a little bit of a double dive tank here on the side of Cornell, so UCM will have to do their best to contest it. Shy hopping into the background, try and deal with Red Polka and Trey, and UCM will be able to contest that, and UCM has opportunities here and whatnot. Fleur trying to just spin right around and keep people off. Daniel flanking off onto the side on a little bit of low health. Shy is back into the roundup here by UCM. Is beginning to cap the point here. Oh, Schmax is down. Matt is down. UCM continuing to just cap off on the point. Captain is down. No pocket for Daniel, but Daniel. Oh, nope. Daniel's saying yeet. Nope. But we do see Shy and Fleur trying to continue to contest the point so it doesn't get capped so quickly. Fleur, the only one left on point here. So UCM trying their best to stop him, and he is down, and UCM will cap the point here. And that is a good starting point here for UCM. They just have to have a stoic defense here on Nepal. So UCM in contentions, ladies and gentlemen. I am hyped and whatnot. So UCM able to continue to cap onto that point there, and this is just going to continue to get super interesting for them. We do see Amplification Maester coming out on the side of the Red Polka. Daniel hopping off on the left-hand side here with his captain to see what all he can do. Shy a little bit low on health, but we do see him trying to hop in there. He does hop in. He's low on health and is taken out. Trey taking care of that, and UCM justice coming from above from Daniel, but not really anything happening. Oh, Jonah does die to a nade, though, but there are mines out on the side of Fleur here. So UCM, again, just having a little bit of issues. Never mind. We're going to flop back here. Rickless Morty holding on to his Blizzard here. DD Gaming does die to a mine. Die to a mine, though, here. And UCM doing work. Fleur tries to go in there. Rickless Morty denies it with a wall. So continuing just to charge it up, get it to that 50 percentile. UCM, we just see Daniel swap. Oh, Daniel gets punched does punch Rickless Morty into oblivion, but gets wrecked out. Deity doing some work, and that is just, oh man, lots of work there on the side of UCM. We do see Shy going out and getting monkeyed out. I mean, Jonah tried to slam him, but apparently his vortex is different from other Reinhardt's vortexes. It's okay, Jonah, I know your pain. Every time I charge, I don't suck in everybody, but if somebody charges just like I did, they get the vacuum charge, and they can bring in people. Shy switching off of the Winston into the Reinhardt because he's tired of being a melting monkey. So UCM in a good position once more. We are getting into last fight territory. We're going to hit 80% here. UCM has an opportunity here to just continue on, and UCM holding off, and this will be upcoming here. We do see Shy leading the charge, and it looks like we will have Fleur off onto that. We do see, oh man, oh, he gets the pin and gets rid of Shy there. Jonah does. Fleur trying to get the point there, but it doesn't look like he's going to do much else. Oh, Daniel taken out as well. Schmeck's taking out the red polka, though. Deity taking out Schmeck's, and UCM continues doing work. Overtime has been activated, and so we do see Mad trying to make it to the point, but it's not going to work out. And UCM, one step closer to winning this series. In the next map, if UCM can capitalize on it, they'll win the series, and they'll move on in the tournament. So this is looking really good for UCM right now. And so hopefully UCM will be able to capitalize on it. But Cornell's not out of this fight either. There's a reason why this match is tied up 2-2. Cornell is not going to take this laying down. So we do see Daniel sticking to the Doomfist. It looks like we do see the Reinhardt Diva coming out on the side of the tank lineup of Fleur and Shy. Schmeck sticking with his soldier there. Mad and Captain on those rolls there. Oh, no, Mad switching off onto the Baptiste. He's wanting that immortality field more often than not. The Red Polka staying on the Moira. DD Gaming staying on his classic Lucio. And so UCM will charge off onto the point here. Rickless Morty staying onto the May. Trey sticking on his signature Reaper. No Bastion in sight. And UCM will continue to push this forward. It does look like UCM will be heading towards more of the point here. They're going to try and see if they can wall off Cornell from getting onto the point here. DD Gaming is low in health, but it looks like there's a wall out. And Shy is a little bit trapped here. UCM continuing to try and see if they can do anything. Shy is not dead yet, but there is an immortality field out. Jonah low on health. Rickless Morty does fall, though, to the side of Daniel. UCM not able to really get onto the point here. Daniel going into the back line here, doing some damage. UCM trying their best to try and take the point here. Jonah throwing out as much damage as he can onto people. Isn't able to vacuum in his counterpart of Shy. Shy coming in there trying to see if he can do anything. Shy charges in, misses his vacuum as well. And UCM hammer down coming out, but it is blocked by the side of UCM. UCM, Jonah coming out. Oh, gets his hammer down and is able to take out of Mad. And Shy is down as well. Oh, Jonah trying to charge in as well. And UCM, even though Cornell got the first cap, they do get 22% on the board. The UCM turns it back around and they will get it. So UCM now has to have that stoic defense that they had on the last map in order to win this series. So UCM in a tight pickle, it looks like. So we'll see how well this goes for them. So UCM and going to hold on to the high ground here, but it looks like Cornell's going to say, nah, we don't really want to go there. They're going to go there. Daniel is on point right now, trying to cap it and pull UCM back. Rest of Cornell is on the point here, and UCM will be hopping down as well. Rickless Morty with the ball out. Oh, no. Sights up for the side of Schmex. UCM trying to contest it, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much work. Trey doing what he can. DD Gaming and Deity going on there. Jonah swinging his hammer and trying to get a hold of Shy. Shy so low on health, but it is taken out. Daniel low on health as well. And so he does get Jonah trying to get a hold of Daniel, but is taken out as well. DD Gaming taken down. Rickless Morty taking out Mad. UCM and Deity are just holding on to the point as best as they can. Smex doing some damage over off to the side, but it doesn't work out. We do see Fleur in Baby Diva form. Is it going to be a revenge of the death? Nope. They're going to just give him a quick, painless death. And UCM will hold on to the point here. Got real scrappy there, but it turned out well in the end. So Schmeck's getting off of the Soldier, swapping back off onto the Reaper here because you need that raw damage output to deal with how tanky UCM's lineup is. We do have Grav, we do have Blizzard, we do have Death Blossom, we do have Beat. So UCM has the ults to continue to contest this. Wall up on the side of UCM. It looks like they're going to continue to contest it. Jonah hopping on the point. Graviton Surge coming out on the side of Deity. Death Blossom, Blizzard, and everything else coming out. Trey gets a couple. Red Polka gets a skill orb out there. And Nix is the rest of Cornell's push. And UCM staggering Fleur here a little bit. And then they just end it. Jonah says, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to take you out. And Captain does spawn. The rest of Cornell's spawning. Getting into the last fight territory here. So UCM has an opportunity once more to take this series. UCM in good contentions for all of this. So it does look like UCM, Daniel trying to get onto point here to try and contest. Nope, goes onto the high ground. Hammer down coming out on the side of Jonah. Gets mad. So as a lot of that's going down. Oh no. Red Polka and Rickless Morty down. Beat coming out of the side of DD Gaming. UCM is down. Captain Beats as well. UCM not looking good. Does look like both sports are down on the side of UCM, so Jonah and Deity will fall quickly here. Trey trying to do his best, but it does look like that will not be it. That's a 99% for UCM, so all UCM needs to do is cap the next point here. And that's going to be, again, another tall order because we do see that Daniel has his Meteor Strike. We do see an amp out for Mad there, but we do have a Coalescence on the side of the Red Polka, and we will hopefully have Death Blossom here quickly if Trey can pump that enough damage. So they do keep a side out there, and they do see Schmex down there below. UCM continuing to do work. Throw out the hammer there, Fire Strike, Immortality Field out. We do see Shy. Oh no! Oh, he does pin Captain though. That was not his target. Jonah still able to do some damage here. Trey does fall though. DD Gaming takes out Daniel. UCM continuing to try and hold on to the point. Wall is out on the side of Reckless Morty. Does keep Shy a little bit out from getting to his healers. UCM, we do see Jonah ready with his Shatter, going to see if he's going to use it or just held onto it for as a deterrent. Death Blossom coming out on the side of Schmex. Hammer down coming out, and Schmex will die to the side of Trey and Reckless Morty. Captain trying to get onto the point and contest it, but not much else is going to happen there. We do see Fleur holding on as best he can, but not going to really do much else. UCM has the opportunity to get it, and Shy tries to get to point, but it's not going to work out. Blizzard coming out on Reckless Morty, and he's going to continue to contest it. Overtime takes down, and UCM will take the series! Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you just witnessed what we in the industry call a reverse sweep. And so UCM should be proud of themselves today. UCM was able to continue on into this playoff series. And so Trey popping into the background here, taking care of business. And this was good teamwork. This is what the team was needing last night. Playing against Penn College. And so UCM able to, face adversity from last night and not let it drag them down today. They showed that they are able to step up and do some things. But we'll get more into detail about that in the Taylor Industries post-game show.
Culver's is a proud sponsor of UCM Esports. Welcome to Delicious.
everybody, and welcome to the Taylor Industries post-game show. Woo, doggy! That was one heck of a match, don't you think? So, UCM does take that series, which means they will be moving on in the playoff section of this GVU Cup playoff stuff. And so, their opponent will be later on today. As of right now, the match for who their opponent will be in the finals will be happening at around 5 minutes ago. And so that match started up, so it will be a little bit before we see who we will play against, and then we will stream once more later on today. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be either against, it looks like, GVU, the hosts of these tournaments, or it will be against Aquinas. So both very good schools, very good programs, so UCM will have a tough nut to crack in the finals here. But first off, let's talk about this roundup. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watched last night's stream, it was not good. It was not great. And so that was not the best showing of UCM and whatnot. And so I personally was kind of worried about what was today's going to look like. But it looks like I had nothing to fear, to be honest with you. And so UCM did show prowess, did show determination, and were able to push through everything and take care of Cornell. Once again, we did lose to Cornell earlier in the semester 3-1, but keep in mind that wasn't with our starting lineup here. And Jonah was missing from that lineup, but, we did see how much that kind of changes when you have the different dynamics of the tanks lineup. And Jonah did a great job today, stepped up in a lot of his roles, didn't get too aggressive, didn't get too passive, just the right amount. Good old Goldilocks style. Deity did great as well, popping off here and there and doing his best with his graviton surges and all of his other abilities and whatnot. DD Gaming making great calls, it looked like, and the team following along with it, coming up with plans. Red Polka making sure he doesn't die as often, being in good positions and making sure that everything works out there. Rickless Morty being able to pop off in his good situations and helping to contest Daniel, basically the carry of Cornell and a lot of the other stuff, and also contesting a lot of other Cornell's big players in the lineup there. But there's only one player that we can name today for Culver's player of the match, and that will have to be Trey. Trey Clevenger here. Trey Clev, he's been doing really well this semester. Lots of improvement, lots of great stuff happening with him, but today he turned a switch. Something happened from last night to today, and it just showed. And, him going on to the Bastion thing definitely helped him on this because he was able to pop up with a hero that you usually don't see do really well in. But his team, in general, supported that pick and was able to make it work out for him until it didn't. And then he swapped off like a good, teammate and went to the Reaper and was able to help clinch Havana, which helped continue on the series. And so UCM does really well tonight, but Trey here was the star for today. Everybody clicked tonight. Do not get me wrong. I wish I could give everybody a player of the match here. It was a team effort. The team in general did great today. And speaking of the team, if you want to be a part of UCM Esports, we do have our fall 2021 application out right now. You can check out our social medias on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. They should be all there. If not, you can join our Discord channel, which is all linked in the Twitch stream here, or you can find it on our social medias again and do that there and sign up. If you want to be considered for the starting lineup and whatnot, like being on the roster and being on the streams here, you need to have your submission by April 30th at midnight. And so that's what the cutoff date is if you want to make the starting lineup. So do try and get that submitted as soon as possible so that we can begin the process of all of that. So, but that'll be it for right now. UCM still has this tournament to play in. We're waiting on to see who our opponent will be in the finals right now, be it GVU or Aquinas. And so, yeah, just keep an eye on our Twitch channel and you will see who we will face. And I will see you all next time.
I'm going on.